We're going to build a logo component in this video where authors can actually add a binary image directly to a web page. Now there's going to be some processing that we need to keep in mind when we do this. So we're going to inherit from the par-base component, and the par-base component has a number of different image rendering scripts that'll make our lives much easier. In addition, some of the other components available to us in CQ have smart image widgets, and we could just copy and paste those dialog boxes directly from that component back into our own component, and we can make use of things that already exist in CQ to make our development work much easier. So let's explore how to do that. All right, so let's go to our apps directory and to training and to components and content, and let's build a new logo component. So I'm just going to select new component, and I'm going to say logo. And let's call this training logo. And the description will be logo component for training project. Now the super resource type, we need to inherit from the par-base component so we have access to those image rendering scripts. So here I'll say foundation slash components slash par-base. And that will give us access to all of the rendering scripts that we need. So here I'll click finish. Now I've built a logo component, and you'll see that I have my JSP here. So what you can do is just open up that JSP, and in the code snippets, I'll just delete what's there. I have some code that we can actually paste in here. And let's take a look at that code. So here, this is logo RTF, and I'm just going to copy and paste this code. Okay, so again, copy and paste that JSP code into your logo.jsp. And now the confusing thing here is you'll see we're actually utilizing a selector here. So we have an image, and the image will have access to the par-base through the Sling script resolution process. So that's why we're setting this selector to IMG. And you'll see that that will actually call the appropriate scripts inside of the par-base component. So again, you can see here that this is going to define our logo component. Okay, so now that we have that JSP, go ahead and save that, and then go back to your page component, your content page, and let's put this in the header. Okay, so where we have our logo here, let's do a CQ include. So get rid, of course, of that div, and just say CQ include, say path is equal to logo, and then the resource type is equal to training components content slash logo. That's of course the component that we just built. So there's our CQ include that we have available to us there. And let's just make sure that there's no errors in our code and that everything works properly. So I'm going to go back here to Firefox, and I'll log into CQ, and I will request a page. So let's try the company page. We should see just a static logo up at the top. Here it just says home page placeholder. Now we're going to actually create a design dialog box for this, which is different than a regular dialog box. You'll see we have a dialog box for some of our components here in edit mode. As you see here, we're in edit mode currently inside of the Sidekick. There's also a design mode inside of the Sidekick. And here, there's another type of dialog box inside of the design mode. And design mode allows authors to have some control over the look and the feel of the site. So we want to have a design dialog box here so that authors will add in the image when they're setting up the look and the feel of the site. So we're going to create a different type of dialog box, what's called a design dialog box. And the only difference is the actual name. Okay, so go back to CRXDE, go to your logo component, and right-click and just say New Dialog. And instead of calling it dialog, call it design underscore dialog. Also call the title design underscore dialog and click finish. And you should see design dialog here.